Hey, Zach. How's it going, buddy? Right on. An early pie. If anybody else pops in. I remember how to. Right on. Glad to hear you're doing good, man. See if I can- Oh, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays? Oh, fuck it. I did it Tuesday. I threw everything off. Oh, well. I ain't too worried. There we go. Here's a StreamYard link. 80. Nice. We had a cool day. We were in the 80s today. Okay, right on. Huckleberry. Thank you. Yeah, I ain't too worried. Kind of on the same boat as on the same line of thought as Canoe that if somebody else is streaming, oh well, it's just they don't want to come here, they don't have to. If they want to, they can. Yeah, yeah, he's been trying to open that some of the rest of us. I got doctor's appointments this week, so have a little more time. Tomorrow night I won't be able to, but figure tonight I still can. Don't have to worry about getting up at 4 and 5 in the morning for a few days.
Rock on. It's all good, dude. No,
Hey,
you
how's it
know,
going, man?
my personal schedule. I was just going to be starting it up on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The rest of it's up to you guys.
Right on.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I was like, well, if somebody else is streaming, oh well, they'll get over it.
right. Yeah. I
I'm
mean, you're free to start it up on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays and Sundays if you want. Yep. So, yeah, you guys, it's all good. What's up, Zoom? And there's my Huckleberry. Holy cow, that's all good. No, I heard you saying something. I was like, yeah. Did it not let you start it up on the game as well?
yeah, I did, didn't I? I did the game in sick bat, I think.
You did the game on Twitch and Sickbat. Yeah.
Oh, you want the game on YouTube also?
Well, generally we do that. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay,
No, you're
cool.
fine. But it'll let us do three, so we generally start them up on three. But yeah, no shit, man. Good deal. I'm glad to see it popped up and stuff. I was like, uh, I had to start up the generator earlier because solar went out about 6:30.
Oh shit.
We, yeah, we've had rain, overcast,
Oh,
heavy stuff like that.
I got
So the
you. Right.
power went. I had to start up the generator around 10 o'clock for the fridges and the freezer, you know. So um, I got just a little bit of time on it, and so I got to let it
Nice.
run about 12:30. So then I can shut her down, and she's good till morning.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was gonna let me. I figured what the heck, I'd give it a try, and it let me start it up on my phone. So that's twice now it's allowed me to do it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But I'm gonna let you go do your thing, and I'm gonna drop back out, and I might be back up a little bit. All right.
Okay, right on. I'll
I
hang out. I know Don was wanting to talk again tonight, so he should be around. So
Yeah, rock on. It's all good. I just wanted to let you know that you weren't messing with anybody's thing or something like that. So you do.
actually, to be honest, anymore, I'm not too worried about it. It's like,
Right.
we can all have the camaraderie and and stream at the same time. It's not, yeah. I don't think it's stepping on anybody's toes. Just gives them alternatives.
Exactly. And that's cool, man. Rock on. I'll be watching
Cool.
in the
All
background.
right,
So,
right on,
all right,
right
man.
on. Ding. Yeah, I think it's Zachary. I got to type for that one. I think he's the one that accidentally put in ding, and it just took off from there. Kind of like the eating crayons. I did that one to myself. We used to get all the trolls and everything at Sick Pat's. They come in and argue and argue and argue, and I tell them I don't know anything. I just sit in the corner and eat crayons. It kind of took off from there. Kind of surprised 3 people came in already. Usually I'll have it on for 20, 30 minutes before anybody comes up, or 10 or 20. Got somebody playing peekaboo though. Keeps popping up several people, and then they pop out, pop up several people, and then they pop out. I haven't seen Deer Butch. I was curious how they're all doing over there. They got that, how Aaron's doing, everything. They got that going on. Hadn't talked to Aaron for a while since I got rid of Twitch, so it's kind of cool to see him the other night pop up with Deer Butch. Hey, Shaw, how are you doing, buddy? I'll see if I can post this again. Oh, not good. This, I guess, copy. Look at this. Post comment, post comment. Ah, yeah, bada bing. Hey, I'm starting to get this figured out somewhat. The phone is way different than the laptop. You do the laptop, and it makes it a lot easier. 6 a.m. coffee and cigarettes. It is 10:05 p.m. and I have coffee and cigarettes. Finishing up coffee. Here, I said I was going to quit drinking coffee in the evening, and it's even later than usual. But I've got I think like a 9 o'clock doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I get to sleep in tomorrow. We've been getting a little rain here. Kind of surprised. It had been so dry for so long. I swear it's almost like we're 2 months off on the seasons. And I think we're going to have an early winter. I think our November and December are going to be like our January and February this year. Oh, I guess Liz Cheney got her butt whooped in that primary. She was getting annihilated so bad they called it with 38% of the precincts reporting is all. So yeah, she got her butt handed to her. I think she had 30%. The other lady had like 68 or something like that. Something insane. A small ice age. I don't know if I want it that cold. Cold would be nice. I like the snow and I like, cold, but yeah, an ice age would worry me a little if it went on too long. Now, a short one I could handle, but a long one, yeah, not so sure about. Oh, yeah. If it could stay 65 to 70 year round, I would be a happy camper. And then pop down to like the 40s at night. That'd be nice. Once it starts getting over 80, it's just, to me, it's too hot. But we're lucky here. It's a dry heat. So it's not as bad as that humidity. That humidity is awful. I had to get my eyes checked. So they dilated my eyes. So I'm reading for now. I'm not sure how long I'll be able to read out that well. We'll see how this goes. It's already blurry off and on. That was earlier this afternoon. And they're still messing with me. Right. Maybe that's it. My Germanic heritage. I just am not used to it. Maybe that's why I like northern Colorado so much. But we get some crazy high temps during the summer. If I didn't have so much family around here, I'd probably be living in Montana. Possibly Alaska. I think Montana would be more my speed. Still connected to the mainland states. Wouldn't have to worry about driving through Canada to get to the states. I have no ambition of ever traveling to Canada. Just, yeah, maybe some of the Western territories, but definitely not to the east. Now going to Europe or to England, on the other hand, a whole different story. I really still want to go there to see all the castles. Colonel Shaw, the fact that you live close to all those castles, in my opinion, you're a lucky, lucky man. Being able to just go look at all those old castles anytime you want. I guess if you live there, it, you know, you're used to it. You grew up with it. It's been there your whole life. I've never been in one, so it's an amazing thing to me. Kind of like people from Europe wanting to come to the States so bad. A lot of us here want to see stuff. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome back.
Hey, time for pie. Thought I'd just shoot in here for a second. Remind you, it's time for pie. It's 11:11.
Uh, where'd Zach and Huckleberry go? It was several of us. A Tuesday. What are you working on right now, Shaw? I know you do construction. I was just curious what you're like, a remodel or new construction, or what are you working on right now?
Oh, sorry. I salute Colonel Shaw. Rock on, brother. Good to see you, bro.
Oh, there you are, Zach. Right on. Emerald's playing hide and seek this evening, so he's popping in and out. House, oh, that's right. You do mostly plaster. Nice. Done a lot of drywall, not much plastering itself, but definitely a lot of drywall. There's a lot of plastering that's done here on high end homes, but not much on standard houses. It's usually just drywall. Guessing with some of those historical houses, though, it's probably a lot of still lap and plaster. So trying to keep them true to era, you had about half the plaster them. Oh, right on. See, here it's weird. Summertime, everybody wants to build. They get all their projects in their head. And they want to build them during the summer. During the winter, you try to put some off, push some off, so you have some work during the winter. But most people, they want it all done during the summer. That's why during the winter I have so much extra spare time. Matt and I've been doing mostly metal roofing and metal siding, so definitely don't want to open up a roof during winter time here. Just bricks and plastering over the brick. Nice. I do masonry work. I haven't done a lot of brick. It's mostly rock and then rock veneer. But masonry work, I enjoy the heck out of it. Takes a while to get used to know how to, or splitting a rock is kind of interesting with your wedges and your anvils and your hammers because you got to hit it on a seat. Oh, I got you. I got you. Like here with the daylight savings. I got you. Hi, Nightingale. Good to see you. It's kind of funny. Now I know there's more people here and it's showing only a couple. Yeah, I know there's several states around here that are getting rid of the daylight savings and they're trying to do it nationally to get rid of it, which would be nice. They need to just stick with one time. This bounce it back and forth is frustrating. Yeah, Zach, it's a an endearment. Zach throws pies at people he likes. Hey Don, how's it going? Oh,
Hold on, stand by. Let me hit some mute buttons.
okay.
I don't need 4 streams. I don't need a game stream from Twitch, 2 YouTube streams, and then a StreamYard stream.
No, it all comes up at once.
There you are. What's up?
How's it going, man?
Dude, it is what it is. Uh, Let me see. So I'm extremely happy that I got my first solar panel PV array frame built and complete today. Extremely happy with that.
All right, on.
Now I'll put 8 unistrut pieces of unistrut steel on it, and then start throwing panels. I'll put 12 panels on there.
Nice. Hey, Smouse. Nice. So you pretty well got it to where you're ready to start mounting the panels then?
As soon as I get well, I'm close.
Right on.
I don't want to say I'm there yet, but I'm close. I'm really close.
In the process of building the grid that sits on top of posts.
So what I have is I've mounted the posts and just got the concrete poured. That was
Right.
that was the crusher. So I had 5 posts, got them 3 feet in the ground with concrete around them, and the post supports have been removed and the stakes removed from the ground. So the posts are standing on their own and everything's good. Then 2x6 frame mounted on top of the post that swivels at the center portion. So I got that frame done today, made of 2x6. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. So 2 of them attach onto 3 posts, a center post and 2 outside posts. And within those 2 frames, I can put 6 solar panels each, or 12. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to explain it to somebody is freaking impossible. Hey, Nightingale, how you doing? Colonel, salute, sir. Platoon, how's everybody? Fight for patriotism, yo, 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 brother. Shout out to the chat, sorry.
No, that's fine. I had my eyes checked today, and they dilated them. So
yeah,
that was really
always fun.
something. So everything's still kind of blurry on the screen.
Yep. And your eyes are sensitive to light.
Yeah.
So just sit in the dark then.
Right. Right.
But looking at a computer screen, unless you've got the contrast throttled back, and you can do that, by the way.
Yeah, I got my phone dipped way down.
Make it easier on your eyes.
Yeah, so chat, don't get too frustrated at me tonight. I'm impaired.
I will take pictures of the work. As a matter of fact, I had one video of the posts. Now I'll take another video now that I'm going to wait until I've got the next frame done, which now that I'm done with the first one, the second one will go quickly, I can assure you. Because you learn how to do this stuff. And I'm not a guy, I don't go out and swing a hammer every day. So, I'm learning how to do this shit.
And your idea could be, just a hair different from somebody else's. So it's, in my opinion, it's good to have that stuff out there to share it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm happy to share. Like I said, I stole the idea from somebody else. So I got no, but I've just adapted it to what I'm doing. That's all.
Colonel Shaw, Emerald's here. He's in the background hiding again. He's in the lobby. I could actually push the button and pull him in, but he might be on the phone. So sometimes it's personal conversations when people are on the phone you don't want to interrupt.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I've been waiting to get these solar panels online now for months, and
Yes.
I need to double my power. I also need to figure out a way to mount solar panels on my RV. So, if anybody here is an expert in mounting solar panels on a Class A 36-foot Tiffin, then I need to you and I need to talk.
Definitely not an expert on that. I think actually what I would have done is the same thing you did with the flexible that you're having trouble with now.
Yep. The flexibles are nice, but they don't A, they're not big enough. B, mounting them is not simple, especially on top of RVs. Now, if you want to take them with you or mount them, like I have one of them mounted on my utility trailer that keeps the I got a battery in the middle in the front toolbox of the utility trailer, and I've got a 100-watt flexible panel attached to it via a controller, a solar controller, a $10 solar controller I got off eBay, and it works like a champion. It's the best use of that 100-watt solar panel I ever seen. I just put a couple because it's got grommets all around it, so I just put a couple of wood screws into it into the planks, and I just roll on top of it. I roll the ATVs on top of it. I roll the ATVs pretty much.
Nice. Did you see they're the place in Texas making electric UTVs now?
I saw that.
It's
I'm not
insane.
sure I agree with that.
No. Where I go, it would never work because we get so far back into the back country that you would have to spend 3 days on solar panels to charge it up to go get home. I mean, we bring fuel tanks with us, extra gas jugs with us.
I could not agree with you more. We get so deep in the woods. And
Yep.
if EVs, whatever they are, be it a fucking Rivian pickup truck or a UTV, an electric UTV, it doesn't have the range to go out there and do what you want it to do. It just doesn't.
It shows they don't understand the market they're trying to get into. They don't understand the people that do it, I think.
They don't understand because they're trying to shove this down our throat. You're right. And it ain't going to work. Oh.
Hey, Emerald.
I'm back. Yeah.
What is happening, sir?
Everything. Nothing. It's
so
a paradigm.
I want to go on record as throwing shade and heat and scum on Dodge and Chrysler for terminating the Charger and the Challenger vehicles, muscle cars.
Did they?
They're thinking about turning them into EVs later on down the road. I'm not kidding.
That's
not gonna. No more of the 6.4, the 6.7 liter Hemis. No more of these big motors. No more 700 horsepower fucking Hellcats.
Right.
Hi, Lisa.
That sucks.
Chevy's talking about doing it to the Camaro, and then Ford pretty much said, F you, the Mustang's a sports car. It's going to stay gas.
Yeah, they did. And that's awesome. Although they really fucked up the Mustang 40 ways from Sunday. But at least they are keeping it gas. So I'll give them that. Lisa, how are you?
It became a leisure sport.
Hey,
I know. I'm capitalizing on the name.
I'm back, Colonel Shaw. I come back just because I saw it up there. I was like, shit, okay. But you know what? That EV stuff, some of it's pretty cool. But like you said, you can't. I mean, you can get exponential horsepower out of it, but you're not going to get longevity into it. You know what I'm saying? Because batteries technology is just fucked.
And you could get a lot of torque out of an electric motor. Actually, out of an electric motor, you get more torque. You can get more horsepower out of a gas, but out of electric, you get more torque. So I actually, like with the trucking industry, hey, I support going electric for that because they can stay on the interstate. They get the charging. If they get the quick charging setups done, some of those Tesla claims their one will go 800 miles before a charge. Hey, go for it. Cool. Save money on shipping, save us all money in the long run.
But you know what? I would rig up some kind of solar panel thing on the car. They got paint that is solar reactive. Okay, you can collect energy off of. They got all kinds of flexible panel bullshit that you can do, as well as some aerodynamic fans for generating electricity. But I'd have me one of those little generators if I could afford a car like that. I'd have me a couple of those little portable generators in the back that would charge it up on the run. And it runs for 8 hours.
A hybrid setup type of thing.
No, not even hybrid. It's just a separate little generator, man. Runs on gasoline. These little 2000s and 3000s pocket suitcase generators. Right? Yeah. Just to exhaust the thing out the car. It's probably through the floor or something under the car. And turn around, just it'll run like 8 hours on a gallon. Okay. You just fire that little bitch up and you go wherever you want to go. Just charge on the run.
Right. I know they're, and I support a lot of it. It's not a viable option for rural areas though. There's too much driving we do that we have to fuel up quick, go, fuel up quick, go. And we don't have time for a charge, to
exactly.
Do it. Cities though, hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I still think it's a suck idea, but if I had to deal with it though, that's how I would. I'd get me one of those little fucking suitcase generators and stick that bitch in the back.
And if it works for the people or the industry, go for it. But to force people into it that it's not going to work for is just insanity.
Right. Hey, Huckleberry.
You guys see that Liz Cheney got her ass kicked in the primary?
Gone. And I was looking for Alaska stuff, but they're an hour behind California. It's like still 8 o'clock up there or some shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, there's nothing on Fox. That's good stuff.
I think last time I looked, it was like 30% to like 67, 68%. And then a few percent went to other people.
But is it Murkowski in the lead?
Oh, God, yeah. They called it she was so far in the lead with 38% of the precincts reporting that they called it at 38% for her.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
she annihilated Cheney.
Oh, no. Cheney, I know, is gone. I was thinking about Murkowski in Alaska.
Oh, Murkowski, yeah.
Yeah, she's on the cutting too. Oh, yeah. We knew Cheney was gone.
Alaska's is weird, though. This is like a primary with both sides in it, and then the top 4 candidates will have a runoff in November. That's a weird setup to where I'm guessing she'll end up in the top 4 still. But I think Palin's going to probably take the majority of the vote.
Hey, Huckleberry.
Huckleberry. Palin's pretty popular up there. She was a popular governor, and she's still pretty popular up there.
Yeah, Palin. Yeah, she's on the ticket for that spot, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, she's. I'm really anxious to see her take over from Mikowski. That's going to be a good one.
Here in Colorado, we've been pushing a lot of people to register. There's a lot of people out in these rural areas that don't vote. I mean, we only get probably maybe a 40% turnout on the vote. And it's always really close that we lose elections. So there's a lot of us going around pushing people to register to vote.
Right. We can't let the Dems do it again. Register to
Yeah.
vote. No. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we've been pushing hard. It's like if you don't vote, you don't have any place to complain. So if you want to be able to complain about politics, you need to vote. You need to get that vote in.
Yeah, it's going to be glorious.
I know a lot of people they'll sit there and complain. And we've even had people in our chats, they'll complain and complain and complain, and then they'll openly admit they didn't vote. It's like, well, you have no dog in this fight then if you didn't vote.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Did we lose Don?
Don?
It shows he's here. He just muted.
No. I'm here. I'm cleaning a bowl and doing a few other things. I'm what we call in corporate land. I'm multitasking.
Right? I was going to say, okay, I'm loading my bowl too. Here we go.
Well, I'm cleaning. I'm not loading.
Oh.
I'm getting to loading, getting to cleaning, getting to loading. Yeah, getting to loading.
Well, I'm going to take it. I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
take it.
Go ahead. Don't let me stop you.
Yeah, just.
Huck, how are you? Good to see you. Lisa, I'm fine. I see you over in Mo's. I see you over in Mo Reese's chat all the time, and I want to reach out. I like Mo. Mo's a good man. Mo's my kind of people.
Yeah.
I'll have to check him out. I don't think I've ever got him.
Mo Reese. Yeah. Lisa goes over there all the time. She knows who I'm talking about.
It's rolling.
I'll be honest. Actually, the only chat I ever do anymore is this one. I'm not in a bunch of chats anymore like I used to be. This is the only place I go.
I'm not either. Really, I'm like you. I'm pretty. But I stumbled on Mo one time, and he's like, I don't know. He's like a black me. He goes fucking off. It's like a black salty cracker. If you know who salty cracker is.
Right.
He just fucking goes off. I like it.
Nice. I'll have to check him out. He live streams during the day, or
He does live streams during the day, live streams from his car, talks about recent events, current events. Mo Reese, MO space REESE.
all right on.
Right. Hey, I tell you what, big motivator to get people to actually vote. Dude, you better vote or they'll vote for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If you don't vote and vote on paper, they will vote for you and they'll vote the way they want.
Yeah.
Well, I think. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I've gotten a lot of people that are in their 50s and 60s have never voted. I've got them to register to vote.
So the one thing I've always done is religiously voted. Voted
Same.
absenteeism when I was a youngster in the military. I've always voted absenteeism, and I'm a big believer in that. But with that said, I'm 100% behind your argument that if you ain't voting, you got no dog in this fight. You can't bitch. I don't want to hear what you
Right.
say if you didn't vote last time, because
Right.
you don't get a say.
Yep.
You can bitch, whine. Now you're just bitching and whining. You're not participating.
And a lot of people, I think they don't vote so they can holler about it regardless. Say, well, I didn't vote for him. It's like, yeah, but you didn't vote for anybody.
Yeah, but you didn't vote for anybody, so you're just as spineless as you're worse.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't even take a stand on either end of it.
Right.
You'd rather be squishy in the middle.
And
that's
see,
fucked up.
I was lucky. My dad was ex-military and, big time military family. I'm one of the only one out of my cousins that really didn't go into the military. There's a few of us, but both of my parents were big about that. It's the people's job. You got to vote. It's not really even a choice. You got to get out there and vote to make
It's
the
a
decisions.
duty. People do not understand duty. Dude, it's good looking hard drive. Got that case. I have that same clear plastic case. I do. That's pretty cool.
I just ordered a second one for the other hard drive.
They're nice. They are.
I do agree about it being a duty. And that was put in my head at a young age that we have to do stuff like that or else we'll lose everything.
Yep. You will vote. It's not a question of, when it's convenient, blah, 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 blah. No, you.
Yep. And I've even, I've told people, like, if you need a ride to go vote, just call me up, call your neighbor up. Anybody will help you. I don't see anything wrong with that. Running somebody that needs a ride to vote. I'd run them to get groceries if they needed groceries,
Yeah. But you look at it differently than, say, Mr. Liberal. And I want to get out of there.
Right. Right. It got up to 67 degrees today.
80 degrees in Augusta. Lisa, I did not know that Maurice had more than one channel. That's pretty cool. And I knew you were a mod up in there, though. Yeah. Let's see, 100 and actually, I don't think it. Yeah, it was. It was over 100 because the miner went off today. So it's always over 100 when the miner goes off, and so we peaked out at 1:51 p.m. today was our hottest.
Wow.
Because that's when the miner shut down.
We usually hit our hot point about 3. That's our hottest.
A lot of humidity up in this joint recently. Up in around 50% humidity, and to exceed that even. I know, right? Especially when it's 110 in the shade.
Yeah. I can't. I'm not a humidity person. Now during the winter, humidity helps, but during the summer, it's awful.
Yeah. We don't normally get humidity. Humidity here is like 16%.
Yeah, that'd be pretty high. Yeah. Yep.
But sometimes around 25%. We got thunderstorms rolling in tonight, as a matter of fact. Lisa, I can't imagine people reporting his channel. Well, yeah, I guess I can. He's a firebrand. He's got a lot of me in him.
Well, and the problem is that people anymore, if they disagree with you, they'll report you.
I know.
It's so.
I like Mo a lot.
This whole thinking words are violence is getting out of control.
Well, I got to tell you, people that think words are violence are people that have never suffered real violence.
Right.
Okay. And we can fix that.
Hey,
I'm just saying, if you
Yeah.
think, well, being hateful or being mean is all violent and shit, you clearly have not experienced the level of violence that a lot of people in the world do today.
yeah, words have never hurt me.
No,
Getting my nose broke, getting teeth knocked out, that hurts.
that's different. Yeah, exactly. That costs money. You
Yeah,
got to get that medically fixed. Yeah, they do. They people get all butt hurt. I get all butt hurt. Oh well.
Who's that?
People are strange when you're a stranger.
Hey, Lisa.
Lisa.
Hey. I was just looking
Yeah,
up.
Don. Mo and I were like family. Like when there was issues going on with his channel, and I would tell people, they'd be calling me and saying they have a problem with it because he booted him off. It's like Mo jokes around a lot, and people just take things out of context. And my name come up, and I challenge Mo, and Mo knows I'm straight up and I'm up front. I tell it like it is. And he said, "That's one thing I like about you. We're family." He said, "You're straight up."
Yeah,
You
he
laid
is.
online that
He
I
is.
don't get into other people's business. I said, "That's your channel. You do you." And I tell everybody, don't involve me with your beef, trying to get me unsubscribe from his channel. I said, I didn't unsubscribe. I just said it to shut them the fuck up and leave me alone because I got my own shit built. And Mo cracked up. He's like, "I knew you were there. I know you didn't go anywhere." Yeah, because I'm real.
Right. Yeah, the only reason we've been down so much is my laptop fried.
Oh, yeah.
It got way too hot and it died.
Oh, yeah. You got another one too, right?
Yeah, I just got it replaced. Yep.
Good.
Thanks to the help of some good friends.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep. When people work together, they can make anything, accomplish anything.
You bet.
That's what it's all about, helping each other out at the end of the day.
Next time you talk to Mo, please send our best, please.
Yes.
Yes, I will. Yeah. He's been trying to get me more subscribers too. He was on my channel, the one I had. I don't know if YouTube deleted my video or I did, because I was going off about all the crappy shit that's been going on.
Yeah.
The crybabies, and they want to get rid of Mount Rushmores and stuff. And he says, "Damn, Lisa, you're raw. You just tell it like it is." Like, yeah. People don't like it. Oh well. It is what it is. I get tired of shit. Everybody's tired of shit.
Right.
It's America. We want to live our lives. If you want to be miserable, be fucking miserable on your own. Go live somewhere else and see if the grass is greener on the other side.
Exactly.
And don't let the American flag hit you on your ass on the way out.
The grass is greener over the septic tank.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This is where we put all the shitheads.
That's what we need to do with a lot of miserable people. Drop them on a fucking island somewhere. Yeah, see if let's see you bastards fend for yourself. You bitch and whine and complain about everything you're offended about. If you're that miserable, go live somewhere else.
Thank you. There you go. That's exactly right.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I had to go grab an aspirin.
Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
.com.
It's time for pie, or did you have your pie already, Liz? Or did I miss it?
We at Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms wholeheartedly support Lisa and Mo and Liz and Sing and all of the free-thinking, patriotic, conservative, non-liberal peoples of the world.
Oh, I got fed up with a lot of people that I support too. They're trying to bring up old videos, and these people don't understand. And I say this time and time about technology. how everything is cut and edited, how movies were made, and you can't get shit through people's heads. You know, even with computer technology, I try to tell people, they just don't listen. It's like whatever. I don't. I'm it's like I'm like talking to a brick wall. Fuck that.
Nightingale shooting arrows through pie.
They were on about Trump talking about the red flags laws, and they took it out of context because that video was choppy. One, I pointed out there was echo, and I also pointed out some of the stuff.
I'll be right back.
And thing, because Trump was talking about when he mentioned about the red flag laws. He was talking about people who had criminal histories and had mental health issues that take their guns without due process, and that part of that was cut out. And this is what they recycle the videos and they take down the real videos. And you can't tell people that. They don't get it. Are they that stupid?
Yep.
See, and I support background checks. You don't want somebody that's, shot 20 people and just getting out of prison to have a gun.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody that's clinically insane and released on medication to have a gun.
A lot of this problem is they can do background checks, but you understand, a lot of these guns are sold on the streets or they're stolen, and they get in the hands of criminals and other people.
My biggest concern,
They're
though,
coming
with a lot
across
of
the border with these guns.
Well,
Making everybody else look bad. So we're going to push everybody.
Those people that are getting guns that way they're not getting them legally.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
That's not happening. Right. They're getting them other ways. Right.
I will admit, though, to play devil's advocate a little bit, on the other side of the red flag laws, it's too easy for somebody to put in there just because you disagree with them politically, like how look at our FBI, look at our IRS, look at our ATF right now. What they're doing, a lot of it's political. And if you look at that, they not like our views, so put us on a red flag list to say we can't buy guns. That concerns me.
Even based on your vote, if you voted for Trump, you're on that list. You're on a terrorist list, and I even looked at it. I even put my name in, and my name came up based on my vote. And I don't know if you guys know Hippies for Trump. He used to be on here. He showed it, and I was like, "Are you serious?"
Hippies for Trump.
I didn't believe it until
that guy.
I did it, and my name showed up. That's how crazy
I
it is.
remember him. I actually remember Hippies for Trump.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Hawk?
What's going on?
Hey, Hawk.
How's it happening, bud?
Well, I'm not smoking alone. That much I know.
Rock on.
Oh, that is for sure. So,
There you
for sure. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I saw your post about can't get a damn thing done with this heat.
Got to stay in when it's hot. I can only work in the mornings and the evenings.
Yeah, it's like right now I'm waiting for the temperature to go down about another 8 degrees so I can go out and fill up my propane tanks, because the refill hose that I get or that I have on this tank, it's a pain in the ass. If it's hot out, I'm not getting any gas out of that to fill up all my propane tanks.
Oh wow.
So I got to wait for the coolness of the evening to really set in, and then I have all my tanks all lined up and everything. And I got to do it once every 4 days. It takes me about 45 minutes to fill up 8 tanks.
Right.
But I got one regular size one that I use for all my grilling and baking and shit. And then I have a bunch of tall ones that are about yay big. I guess they're like 10 or 15 gallon tanks. but they call them 100-pound tanks because when they're full, they weigh about 100 pounds. You take in, one of those lasts about 30, between 30 to 32 hours on the generator.
Oh,
Right around there. So, and I'm getting ready to swipe out of my old fifth wheel that's up on the hill. I'm getting ready to take that propane feed line that because they always have it for 2 tanks. And all you got to do is flip the switch.
yeah.
I'm going to grab that sucker and I'm going to freaking hook it up to the generator so I can go between 2 tanks and I don't have to worry about power going out. I just have to monitor and see where the changeover needs to happen, and then just flip the thing and boom, it's too bad it's not automatic where it just automatically goes and does it. But no, it can't get that fucking lucky.
Well, couldn't you do multiple tank setups?
Well, there should be a way to do it, but with what I've seen at the local stores, I haven't seen anything for multiple tanks. Everything is just for a single line.
I had a fireplace on my last house that had 2 40-pound tanks.
Yeah.
Set together, and they, in a casing, and they'd be able to swap out one. Well,
there's a little lever. You got to flip the lever to go from one tank to the other tank.
No. Well, I mean, it'll shut off. You have a shut off. Yeah. But when they filled those tanks up, both those valves are open and they stay run. It acts like a 80-pound tank instead of 240s.
Yeah. I have I have a bunch of the bigger ones, so I want to get them so that I can just go out there, flip that freaking lever to go from one tank to the other tank. Make it a lot easier on me. And I won't have to rush to go get a tank and everything else. But so I got to get all my tanks filled up tonight.
Rock on.
I wouldn't have internet if I didn't have power, and my power comes from a generator. So.
Now, Hawk, I sent you that video of that guy built that water fuel.
Oh, I have it. Yeah, now what I have to do is I actually have to figure out how I can do that.
Hey, Moggies.
176,000 kilowatt generator.
Okay. Well, you just have to build more of those little hydrogen creators.
Yeah. It's figuring out how to do it, because it's, and the batteries and that. I got to get batteries for that thing. I got to get the wires, because when I bought it from the auction, they had they cut the wires with with the bolt cutters.
Essentially,
and they took the batteries. They kept the batteries. The state of California kept the batteries. Because they know how much they fucking cost. Generators they get a dime a fucking dozen. But I got the thing. It's enough power that I could power from my farm all the way through the other side of Sheridan, the city, Sheridan, power the whole fucking city with that one generator.
Oh, wow.
It's big. It's big. It takes up. It's about 9 or 10 feet long, about 6 foot, almost 6 foot tall, and about 4 foot wide. A Cummins owning generator.
Right.
And they used it for big highway projects.
Right.
This thing has 156 hours on it.
Wow.
And it fired up last year. We poured diesel gas in it last year, and we fired it up. So there's no fuel tank for it. I got the smokestack for it and all that. But there's no fuel tank for it, and there were no batteries.
Right. How many batteries does it take?
There's space on each side for four batteries on each side, but from the way that the setup was, they wouldn't have been able to fit a fourth battery in there because they installed an extra large coolant fan on it.
Take care,
So
Lisa.
that actually warped out into that fourth battery on each side. So 3 batteries, and they're like bigger than tractor trailer batteries.
Right.
They're like fucking huge, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna throw the thing up on Craigslist.
Lisa's headed out.
I was gonna.
Good night,
throw it
Lisa.
up. Good night,
All
Lisa.
right. Dream well,
I
Patriot.
was gonna I was gonna throw it up on Craigslist for about $5,000.
There you go.
I only paid $400 for it from the auction. Nobody else bid on it. Nobody fucking bid on it. I'm the only one standing there out here. We have a thing called what the hell is the name of the auction? Bar None Auction. So they sell off all the old state vehicles, the old lifts, the wood chippers, all that stuff. You know, after a couple of years, they service it out, and then they send that to the auction, and they get all brand new equipment. Even though there's absolutely nothing wrong with the fucking equipment that they're auctioning off, it's just wasteful spending.
Right.
You know, is all it is. It's all it boils down to, wasteful spending. You know. So, yeah, a buddy of mine got one of them that's actually like twice the size of the one that I have.
Oh,
And
wow.
that fucking thing generates water.
Yep.
It generates water. It pulls water in from all fucking around, and you can fill up 5-gallon jugs freaking water with it.
Yeah. Yep. That's awesome. Condensation sets. Yep.
But it's a generator too,
Right.
you know. So it's but it's like it's like something you can take out in the fucking desert.
And air conditioning too. It generates a lot of cold air.
Oh.
It's like a giant air conditioner.
So I would ask you how far you got on your project, but we know you didn't get a fucking thing done.
Oh, what's that?
What's your heat hit?
Oh, no. It was 67 degrees for a high today.
Wow, you got lucky.
Well, we're not seeing another. I don't see a high temp in the 2-week forecast above 85.
Okay, it's not bad. You can get some work done.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting a lot of work done. I've already gotten a bunch done in the last few days. I've been busier than shit. And I got another load of pallets. I've gotten so much stuff done around here. Fixing rabbit cages. I got to do some more repairs on that stuff. I got it. But, you know, the daily chores are getting longer because, well, now I've got the rabbits, the chickens, the turkeys, and the garden. And all that's got to be managed and taken care of. And so that's my daily chores. And then I get to work on the next stage project stuff. And right now, this week is intended to be woodwork. So I'm going to be finishing up some coolers, some dice, and some put together a couple of child picnic tables. And I'm going to be taking them up to the farmer's market with me to sell.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Yeah,
Right.
Tomorrow we have between 102 to 110. And then Thursday we have 98 to 104. Then after that, we're pretty much in the 80s for 4 days, 5 days, and then we go back into the high 90s again. The high 90s, low 100s and then it just drops off. They're saying around the 28th, it's going to really start cooling off and get down in the 80s and the 70s for the beginning of October. So that means that there's going to be a crap load of rain coming in right around somewhere between the 7th and the 8th of October. It's going to start raining here and probably won't stop until fucking spring.
Oh wow, right, rainforest.
Yeah, well, at least where I'm at, because it's so we got the Cascades on one side of us, right? And you have to go through them in order to get to the beaches, on the coast. But there's a valley in which that mist like wetness comes in through the valley and comes up, and it goes all the way up to the Salem area. Portland gets more snow than we get.
Right. Hey, Moggies is in chat. Welcome in, Moggies.
Who?
Moggies chatter.
That's on a different program.
They're on Twitch. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been able to figure Twitch out, so I just kind of leave it alone. I do use it for my World of Warcraft, because that's where I get all my add-ons for World of Warcraft when I was playing.
Right. But yeah, no, I've been busting ass and taking names, and today was kind of a relaxed day because, well, it was raining, and so there's not much I could do outside. So I was trying to get everything I could think I've done inside.
Right on.
Right. So, but yeah.
I got another pen built for the puppies so that as they get bigger, I can switch them over. And then I came inside. We were at 102 to 108 back and forth, depending on whether there was a breeze for a few minutes or not. And
well, it's kind of got me weirded out. It's kind of got me weirded out to a certain extent because August is usually our hottest month. But we had all of our 100-degree days at the end of June and through July.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're suddenly in a fall pattern. You know what I'm saying? 80s for high, a 67 for the day. It's kind of got me weirded out. Yeah, I'm like, what?
Hey, Bill.
Going on?
Yeah. I think it's going to be a really, really bad winter.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's, I don't know. We'll see. But as far as weather goes, I don't know if it's going to be so bad.
According to Farmer's Almanac, my area is going to get nailed this winter. But that's my area. Yeah.
Right.
That's about the only publication that doesn't freaking lie to you.
Right.
Right. They have their way of figuring it, and they do it no matter what. It's never altered.
So I just look at a good probability you're going to have a snowy winter or a cold winter? Is it going to be wet or is it going to be cold, hard?
I think it's going to be. I think honestly. Okay, so the last couple of years, we've had here in Oregon, we've had excessive rain. I mean, to the point where we have 13 pumps running to keep the place from flooding. So, and we've had that for going on 4 years in a row. And last year we noticed our temperatures hitting over that 100-degree mark. And we had never, in all the years that I've been out here, never seen anything higher than maybe 101, 102. But to see 115 to 118, was blowing our minds. It's like, whoa, wait a minute here. And this isn't the kind of weather or the area where you want that kind of heat. It's all green. was all green.
Right.
Yeah. But but fires wise and shit like that, it can be pretty bad. Um, no different than the northern parts of California. It's knock on wood, Humboldt hasn't suffered as much as a lot of the other areas, but I think it's because of the denseness of the wood there, and the people there actually they clean up their shit. They don't leave shit out to burn. They're actually really more spot on with nature and clearing out all that bad underbrush and shit like that. They clean that shit.
Well,
Maintenance or whatever you want to call it.
I'll tell you what, that a lot of that high temperature stuff was, I believe, for the last 2 months that have been hitting 100-degree days. I think a lot of that was associated with the solar flares and the solar stuff that we got hit with.
Yeah, it could be.
Geomagnetic storm and getting hit with solar flares. Yeah, we were getting pummeled. And I mean, we were seeing 105, 106 here a couple times, and that's not normal for us either. And it's not normal in early July,
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At all. We don't see 100-degree temperatures around here. If we see 100-degree temperatures, it's usually last week of July, second week of August, first week of September.
Yeah.
In that pattern. And,
How you doing, Bill?
It was way advanced this time, and I have a feeling it was just about all those solar flares and stuff like that happening. So, have to remember, the sun has a lot to do with the temperature on Earth.
So what I've noticed is any days you have over 100 here, anyways, if you count the days that you have 100 or more temperatures, you get that many days of snow.
What's that?
Of actual snowfall.
Right. What's up, Don? He's
Another day in Happy Land, baby.
He's like, you pussies. You're sitting there bitching about 104, 105, and I'm seeing 120.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, really. I mean, I'm out working. I finished out my PV, my photovoltaic array, my solar panel array today in 109-degree weather.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Now I want to be real clear how I attack that. I spend 10 minutes tops. I mean, when I start to break a sweat, I go back inside. That's it. I go out and do very specific things, one at a time.
Yep. And a blazing a trail between the two.
Exactly.
Okay, that's done. Now I'm going in to smoke a bowl.
Right. That is it. Now you're tracking. Now you know exactly.
cool
I've
down
put 4
period.
screws in the end of this 2x6. I need to go in and smoke a bowl.
Yeah. I work it just a little different. I work this shovel until I start sweating. I can't see sweat coming to my eyes. I'm back inside to dry off.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, so
Yep.
you don't go in to smoke a bowl. You just go in to dry off.
Well, it does help to smoke a bowl, get you motivated.
Well, I mean, then they're smoking a bowl. I mean, drying
Yeah.
entails entails smoking a bowl, doesn't it?
Well, sometimes, yeah.
Okay. There you go then.
From time to time. But yeah.
Smoking a bowl is a subroutine of most activity executions. It
Well,
really is.
When I'm shoveling a yard and a half of fucking rock and clay, yeah, the bowl is necessary for the pain I'm feeling. Yeah.
Hey, Hawk. What you doing? I should. Shh. My wife's asleep. I'm sorry. Hey, Hawk.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm doing okay, but you just freaked me out for a second there.
Actually, I was talking to Huckleberry, not.
Oh, I thought you said hawk. It's what
My
it sounds
apologies, sir. No,
Yeah.
you'll You'll never hear me talk sweet, nice things to you. You're gonna get guy talk from me.
Oh, okay.
Huck is shh.
I was beginning to worry.
Huck is different. Anyway, I'm done now. So much love here. Oh yeah. Can't you feel the love? Prison love, right? Somebody say an official fire in the bowl, or are we?
Fire in the bowl.
There you go. That's what we're looking for.
Huck's making caramel popcorn or something. Sounding good.
No, we can't throw pies at Mama Don. Jesus, you gonna get us killed? You got some kind of death wish? Shh, don't do that. Get me killed anyway.
So the I got the yard mowed or day before yesterday, and that was awesome. Today Tuesday.
Today is
Yeah, still Tuesday. Well, on the West
Tuesday.
Coast,
Yeah, it's
Tuesday.
still Tuesday. Yep.
Well, I got the yard mowed yesterday, and that's about a 3.5 acre, 4 acre yard all around the house here.
Shit, I had a dream that Liz Cheney lost her bid for
She did.
her seat in Wyoming, and I woke up and she did.
She got annihilated. It was.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was.
It wasn't. They weren't even nice about it. It was.
Yeah.
They're like, just get out of Wyoming.
It had
the
to be
thing is,
embarrassing.
I think about how crooked her dad was. You know, with running Halliburton and everything else, getting all the military contracts to rebuild cities and schools and everything else that they never fucking completed.
Right.
You know.
By the way, they're
Man,
not
I think
Wyoming
it couldn't
natives.
happen to a nicer person.
And
You know?
Yeah.
she got busted for trying to hire Democrats to go into the Republican primaries.
Yeah. What about her? What about her old man shooting that guy in the face while they were out quail hunting?
I know, right?
He's an
And
evil. He's an evil dude.
He's
Yeah.
an evil guy. He is.
Yeah.
He makes me look like a sweetheart.
And
know,
they're not
compared to-
native.
Compared to Don
They're-
Cheney, I'm just a great guy.
and he's a carpetbagger. He's not originally from Wyoming. He's a Virginian.
Oh, really?
He went up to Wyoming. He went up to Wyoming to run for different spots and everything. So, yeah, they're not native Wyoming.
They all shift around. They shift around and they change freaking names.
That's what-
Goddamn carpetbaggers. They're the worst kind, too.
Romney,
Just want to run them out of town on a rail.
yeah, Romney. He's a carpetbagger. He's not from Utah.
Don't even get me started on Romney.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah,
Bill's in there. I'll start talking bad about Utah. All the people in Utah, just for tolerating Romney. I mean, it is all you. If there's Utah people out there, cover your ears, because I'm about to talk about it.
There's a lot of shady shit that goes on in Utah too.
Ain't that the truth? Fucking
Yeah.
Mormons, man, are some slick sons of bitches.
Yeah.
They do some really weird shit too.
And do not think that in any way that they are not involved in any type of child trafficking or sex trafficking or anything like that, because it goes all the way up the food chain in all of fucking Utah.
Dude, they got their own special underwear. I mean, how weird you got to be to have your own special underwear? Come on.
Got to be wearing that when Jesus comes back.
I guess. I mean, I try to be a live and let live kind of guy, but sometimes I just can't. I'm sorry. I can't just close my eyes. I can't just turn the other cheek again.
Hmm.
But I'll shut up. I'll shut
No,
up.
that's all right, man. It's a good conversation. You know,
I ain't gonna. Well,
This
if I
this
ain't
kinda
gonna
shit-
talk
this kinda
about.
shit does need to get talked about, you know, because of the fact that, you know, and the thing is we're just having basic conversation. We're not like dropping intel or anything like that. You know, we're just going off of facts and what we know and experienced in going to places like that. You know, just
That's true, but
they,
Bill's in the chat, and I don't want to offend Bill, as in lumping in all those Utah people about Romney,
I don't blame all of them. I don't blame all of them.
because I blame all of them. All those sons of bitches that voted for Romney ought to be fucking strung up. They're it's like Californians.
Yeah.
Californians, none of them take responsibility for the shit show that they've created on the coast there in California. Nobody wants to say, "Oh yeah, that was me," and we're gonna leave L.A. and now we're gonna go raid Idaho and
Mhm.
turn that into a shit show.
Yep.
And
See,
then
he was in-
Montana,
Romney
and
was in
fucking
Boston for a while.
Arizona,
Mhm.
and it's just wrong.
Yeah, Romney was in Massachusetts for a while.
Romney was Massachusetts. He was the governor of Massachusetts
Yep. And
for
it's
fucking
like,
ever.
why would you want to go from being a governor to being a senator or a fucking congressman?
Well,
You know what I mean?
no, now he's a senator, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, they get to
You
write
know,
law.
you'd rather be a senator than a governor.
Mm.
Plus, I mean, it's a Mormon power thing, is
Yeah.
what it is. It clearly is a Mormon power thing. Because he was handpicked by Reed and all the rest of those motherfuckers.
Yep.
And I got nothing for him. Nothing for him.
Yeah, really fucking disappointing. Really disappointing. And the amount of money that these guys spend in order to campaign is fucking ridiculous. I mean,
I know.
you're talking the amount of fucking people that bulk of wealth could tend to, you know.
Dude, they
I
grease
think
so many fucking palms to get their shit elected.
I think we need campaign finance reform so badly. To be
Oh,
honest, I think the only way we could cure it is to put it in a pot. You can donate whatever you want, and then each party gets a certain percentage of the pot.
Yeah, and that's what
That's
they
the
have to work
only
with.
way.
And the media has to provide them with equal time without them having to
True.
pay for it.
Agreed. If they mention
That
one
last
that's got
part
a
ought to
we
be
pay for that
guaranteed.
too. You think about it,
Exactly.
through all the advertising and everything else, we pay for the media.
Oh,
You know?
ho. We still
Oh,
own
yeah.
the airwaves, okay?
What's that?
I personally, Don T. Rum, still own the fucking airwaves via the government and the FCC. They are there for us. The FCC
Well-
is to manage the bandwidth of the country to the best, for the best productivity of the people of the United States. Now,
Yeah.
who says that is whoever's running the FCC at that point. But
Yeah.
anyway.
But
Oh man, I love
passing
dumplings on
laws
top of my
like the
beef
fucking
stew.
Smith Modernization Act, that right there, that gave the fucking media permission to fucking lie to you. You know, fucking Obama signed that into the National Defense Authorization Act of 2012. The bill had originally got brought to the floor in October of 2011, and
Hey, Canoe.
there was absolutely no debate about it. Everybody fucking agreed to it. Everybody, both sides, right? It goes up and it sits on Obama's desk. Okay, and the same thing with the Senate. It went from Congress right to the Senate, flew right through the Senate, no problem. You know, And it's basically, gave them permission to fucking lie to us, to lie to the American people, and not have to be accountable for their lies. Gave them all the fucking protections in the world with the Smith Modernization Act. Look that shit up, and and now they're, and now from the opposite side of it, we got the censorship going on. So you got these two sides that are just fucking squeezing in. So we lost control of those things, or else that kind of shit would not be able to, to go on. We need to fucking take our airwaves back completely. These Hollywood fools and everything else. They've stolen so much from the family, so much from the educational system, so much from everything, all the way down the fucking line. And the space program, they need to kick that shit the fuck out of here too. We know that that's a pack of lies too. More fucking money that they're sucking out of us. We were having a conversation the other night, about a house, in 1950 costing you, a 4-bedroom house costing you $12,000. Okay. Today, that same house would cost you a minimum $453,000. The only thing that has become costly from 1956 until today is time.
I think that was Dawn or Emerald typing Huck.
No, that was me.
Yep.
I'm a
Okay.
cold fruit. Nightingale said she was enjoying some refrigerated fruit. And
Dude,
I eat a lot of refrigerated watermelon and apples, and they're awesome in the heat. It really is.
I love a good fruit salad on a hot day. With strawberries, raspberries, some melons in it, some
Oh,
watermelon.
no, there it is. There's living right there. Pound of bacon, baby.
Hear
Hughes
it.
is on the American track. He's on the American plan.
Yeah. Makes me think of the bacon song.
If we did some type of thing with the finance reform, if we did it to where it was all put in one pot and everybody got it split up equally for airtime, for ads, whatever, then they wouldn't even have to worry about donation limits. People could donate whatever because everybody's going to get the same amount.
Yep. And nobody knows who donated to who because it all went into one big offer to begin with.
And you don't have to worry about the rich people controlling politicians that way.
Yep. But see, I also believe that just because you're rich because of the business that you operate doesn't mean that gives you a right to be in office. Because that guy who's sweeping the fucking hallways at the local school might have an even better education than what you have.
That's partly on us as voters too, because voters got it in their head that it has to be this big businessman that was capable of running a massive business, or somebody with a law degree that has the capability of running a country. We forgot that the people that originally created this country and ran this country were not, they were regular people, a lot of regular people. Well, I mean, a lot of them were pretty far up in like the military and whatnot, but there was no significant difference between them and the regular people. But a lot of that, in my opinion, is on us, the voters. We see dollar signs of, oh, this guy made billions, he'll be good for the country, or this guy's got a massive law degree, he'll know how to work, this and that. And I think a lot of that is the voters ourselves got to get over.
I gotta casually disagree with some of what you just said, because as far as I recall, Washington, Jefferson, Madison, knowing those people like I have, being and going to their homes. I'm a native son of Virginia, and so most of our founding fathers come from my neck of the woods and have homes in the general vicinity. I've been lucky enough to visit them. My point's real simple here. They were successful farmers, farm business, agribusiness. They sold cattle, wheat, tobacco. Thomas Jefferson, our 16th, was an extremely successful architect, farmer, all kinds of things before they were statesmen. When they bellied up to be statesmen, they laid their entire fortune. When they signed on the dotted line, they laid their whole fortune on the line. And they were wealthy men at the time. And they were successful men at the time. So they weren't just everybody. They weren't just your run-of-the-mill scumbags. They were successful people. They were smart people. Anyway,
I
I
get
thought
smart people, smart and successful. I agree with. I guess I let me rephrase this. To be successful, you don't have to be a billionaire. I mean, there could be people. You know what I mean? You don't have to be like a multi-billionaire.
Oh yeah. Smart people. You don't have to be. No. Even
Right.
in today's world, the smartest people are not always the successful people, and success does not rely on brain power these days. Success nowadays can be just dumb luck.
And to be honest, in my opinion, success is motivation. A lot of the really, really rich people that are considered geniuses are actually the people that are the motivators that have a group of geniuses working under them typically.
Mm-hmm.
They're just able to put it together. I think they're leaders, I guess, where most geniuses aren't really leaders, but the leaders can take that group of geniuses and do something amazing with it.
Well, yeah, you're right. They're geniuses. They're leaders, businessmen. The beauty part of it is that there are a lot of different paths to being successful, for lack of a better term, to being the best you that you can be. And this country, bar none other, is the only place that gives you all of those different paths to be your best you. And I'll say be your best you over being successful, because a lot of people don't want to be successful. They really don't.
I think being your best you is a success, in my opinion.
I agree with that. I do. Yes.
And that's why, actually, Don, you and I have had this conversation. I think we're agreed on it. It bugs me when everybody says the American dream doesn't exist anymore. It may be more difficult because of the time, not because of the people, because of the time. You know, things change. It may be a little bit more difficult, but the American dream is still alive and well.
You're right. The American dream is still alive.
We need to get back to 1950s and 60s prices for things, and yeah, then you're actually looking at the ability for everybody to have the American dream, because of the fact that, you know, hey, only one person in the household's got to work. You know, the other one gets to be a parent and an educator. You know, shit like that. You know.
See, in my opinion, it can still be that way. It's people put too much emphasis these days on things. They want to have better than the neighbor, better than the neighbor, better than the neighbor. So it drives multiple, you know, and it's another thing that people need to, if they're not happy with that, then they just need to give up on better. I could care less if, I mean, congratulations to my neighbor if they've got all brand new vehicles. I find, to me, I think, in my opinion, I'm doing better because I don't have the payments, and I found my vehicle cheap, and it does just the same thing their vehicle does that they're paying an $800 a month payment on.
Yeah.
So I think people need to get over that my things are better than your things attitude. Focus on yourself, your household, and I think it's a mentality that we've gotten into that is, hey, it's cool if it works for you, not a problem. You do you, I'll do me, and everything. I think we need to look at the broader spectrum, I guess, in my opinion.
I feel sorry for those that can't formulate the American dream. I really can't. I do. I feel bad for them because the broad spectrum of the American dream, and it is. It's from one end to the other. Everybody has a different view of it, and for those of you, and I'll say those of you that can't think of your American dream, can't put it in your head, can't get it. I kind of feel sorry for you. I really do.
In
Because
my opinion,
I'm
in my
doing it.
opinion, right? Yeah, yep. I was just
I'm
gonna
doing it
say
every day.
I I think I've succeeded because I own my house. I don't have any payments. If I wanted to, I could live off of driving truck 10 hours a week if I wanted to. You know, I but
Success
I
is what you make it.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
have
it.
to have the mansion
And
on
that
the
is
hills.
the other thing is the measuring stick. You know, what a person considers successful. You know, you get people who think that because of the fancy cars, fancy trucks, and having a four-wheeler for every day, you know, or a different four-wheeler for every day kind of thing. To them, that's like the measurement of their success. When in all actuality, you know, to me, the richest people I've ever met were just good old family men.
They drive beater cars. Why?
Yep.
They don't want a $500 a month payment.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
People see me
the
driving.
rich people will have a bad car.
Yep.
That's a guaranteed rule of thumb, actually.
People, and I'm by no means rich, but people a lot of times they'll see me and like, oh, you need to get a better job. It's like, oh, I make good money, because I'm driving around my 2002 Chevy pickup and everything, and they think I should have a brand new vehicle. And they're like, well, we have this, we have this, we have this, and then I'll tell them, I have zero debt. I owe nobody any money at all.
Exactly.
So
let me show you my bank account.
yeah. Yep.
I'd rather store that money. I'd rather drive that money into my investments, into my bank accounts, instead of having to spend that money on my Ford F-250.
I go buy a brand new vehicle.
Yeah,
you go buy a brand new vehicle, you lose.
Anymore.
You lose.
I gotta go.
You lose. Oh, right on.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Take
it's like all these new vehicles and everything. It's like everything that was built in the 50s, 60s, 70s, you could fix.
Yeah, I can still work on those.
You didn't have to take it to a special mechanic in order for a special tool in order to take off a special item. It's like to get to the item that you knew how to change. It's like you open up the fucking hood now and all you see is a box. Oh no, you got to take it to the factory for that, or you got to take it to the, why? That was why we had automotive in school, was so that we knew how to fix the cars, so that we knew how to fucking change the tires, how to change the oil, how to fix a suspension, how to, pretty much everything, you could learn in auto shop. I remember my senior year in high school in automotive, they brought in a fucking Barracuda. And
nice car.
We got to do everything. We took the whole car apart and then we put it all back together. The whole car. I mean, totally. It was a project. It took us, I think our class worked on it for like 5 weeks. 3 times a week. And it was the idea of understanding how to rebuild the motor, how to rebuild a carburetor, how to do everything. And then all of a sudden they changed the damn engines on us and we can't fix our own shit.
I like my old 79 pickup because I can do everything I need to. And if you buy a brand new vehicle, you basically just throw away 30% of the money as soon as you drive it off the lot. because it loses
Mhm.
that much value as soon as you leave the lot. It's just, that's insane to me. Now, right now with the market for vehicles, it might be different, but that's how it was for a long time. That you lost a lot of value as soon as you took it off the lot.
Yeah. Let's
See, me, this pickup I drive, I got it at 87,000 miles on it, and no kidding, I only paid $2,500 for it.
see.
So, and it's a 2002. It's a 2-wheel drive. I figure if I got to go off roading, I'll use a 4-wheeler. But it's, it does everything I need it to. Gets me from point A to point B. It's lower miles, and I basically got it for what 5 payments would have been on a new pickup.
Yeah. I got a.
I just
I bought a Chevy Suburban about 6. I think it was 6 years ago. I bought it from an old fire chief. He was retiring, and it was basically his chief's vehicle. When he became chief, he was a chief for like 8 years. And he only put like 40 something thousand miles on it. He didn't use it for going off roading or any of that other shit. It was strictly that was his work, vehicle. So it's got all the plugs for like lights and shit like that, and radios, CBs. It's got the holes for running antennas and all that other crap. And it had the lights, and he had to have the lights changed before he could sell it to me though. But I got that for $4,000. It only had 42,000 miles on it. I was like looking at him thinking that he was totally crazy. But his wife was one of my patients. She came to me for salve and shit like that. And when she needed tinctures while she was going through cancer, her cancer treatments and everything, made it a lot easier for her. Him being a fire guy at first, he was totally turned off with the idea. But after about 3.5, 4 weeks of her, taking the tincture on a daily basis, he began to see major improvements. Like major leaps and bounds that he had never expected to see his wife, come out of. And she's still with him today. She beat her cancer.
nice.
And so yeah. So I guess he had it up on Craigslist. He was selling it for like 11,000 on Craigslist.
See,
And
I'm that guy if somebody pulls up in a brand new vehicle, I'm not going to be that impressed. But if you pull up in that Suburban with 40,000 miles that you only paid 4,000 for, that's going to impress the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Getting a good deal impressed me, not going out and buying a brand new vehicle and signing away 7 years of your life working just for that vehicle.
Yeah. Well, we had just gotten this farm here, and I was going back and forth between Beaverton, Oregon, and here. So it's like a 60, 65. Well, 65 if I come over the hill. During the wintertime, I wasn't even chancing it though because of the ice on the mountain. So I always drove around the mountain, to get over here. And I had not only had dogs to haul, but I had to haul bags of soil and shit like that that I had to keep dry. I couldn't, it wouldn't have made any sense to me to get a pickup with a cab that was going to be hard for me to get shit out of. I'd constantly climbing in and climbing out and shit. Suburban worked out great, and it came with a tow hitch, so I was able to use the trailer that the small trailer I had. So when I would do a big soil run, I'd take that that 18-foot trailer over to the supply store. And I could get 125 bags on that trailer with no problem and haul it and fill up the inside of the Suburban all the way up to the back of the driver's seat. So, and then when it wasn't dirt, it was these friggin' dogs.
Hey, I want to shout out to Nightingale. I hope you find what you're looking for tomorrow in your job. I know you got it if you want it, but yeah, I hope it's what you want. So good luck with that. Also,
Definitely good
Ghost,
luck.
if you're out there, dude, just grab a link and come on up here and quit your. Come on, just jump up here. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Sorry.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind the interruption. I'm sure the other people don't either. I talk too much.
I'm actually glad you read that because right now I'm to the point where everything's a blur.
That's okay. I'll do the housekeeping, the maintenance,
Right.
you know.
Appreciated. I could make
It's all
out
good.
like job on Nightingales, and that's the only one I can make out.
Yeah. Apparently she's been talking to these people already. So she's kind of, and that's the right way to do it. You kind of ease your way into the job. You can know you got the job before you even walk in the door.
Yeah,
I
and it's a
have
great way to
more
do it,
than a couple
especially if
times.
you're gonna like what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because knowing the people, knowing what they're about, knowing how they work together and everything else, that can just be a major bonus. And if you like what you're doing, on top of that, you're gonna love your job for the rest of your life.
That's the thing. And when you love your job, you know, it's not really work.
No,
I've been so lucky like that. Dude, I'm just so lucky. I do love my job. I've loved pretty much my job since I left school. Been cool.
I loved the military. I loved growing pot. I loved working in a recording studio and working on a stage. Um, and then I liked growing pot.
Physically, I've never been lazy. I've always gotten out there, done, worked my ass off and everything. Intellectually, I admit that throughout my life, I've been intellectually lazy. I always wanted to do the strong back, weak mind jobs, and that bit me in the ass to where I'm having to redo everything now and get over that intellectual laziness and put myself in a different mindset.
I didn't even know I was smart till I was 30 years old. I played the dummy. Yeah, my whole life till I was 30 years. I had no idea I was smart. And once I learned I was smart, everything just kind of got easier after that. Fuck.
I had some teachers that put me through some testing and stuff when I was younger.
Oh,
But
dude, I had a guidance counselor that told me I had a wonderful future in the janitorial arts.
I see. I was the opposite. They thought I was going to go a long ways, but in a way, it freaked me out. I just wanted to do something where I didn't have to think. I wanted to swing a hammer. I wanted to, what you have to think for, but you know what I mean. I just wanted to be the grunt.
Well, mine was a woman, and she said that I was going to be a professional dancer. So in my later years, I became a fat stripper. I fulfilled her dreams for me.
A lot of things there, Hawk, but I never would have thought stripper.
Joking.
I know.
Actually, no, I'm not. I did for when I was. Never mind. Yeah, I've had some pretty drastic career changes in my life. But yeah, I actually I did. I danced with a group back in the '80s. Made some money. Bought my first motorcycle with it, and quit dancing. and never looked back.
I'm going to say this real quick and then drop the subject, but as all I'll say is there's a crap load of money. Women will pay a crap load of money for guys dancing. But anyway, going on to
Yeah, it was. I worked. You know, I had a 90-day leave period.
Spoken like a pair of true sluts.
Yes, I was stationed out at Las Pulgas out at Camp Pendleton with the 11th Marines at the time, and I had a shitload of free time, you know, for my leave time, because I had planned on going back to Connecticut and spending some time with my family there, and then hit Salt Lake City where my brother Terry is, and pop in and see a couple others as I'm going across the country. And at the time I had an old International Scout, and that freaking thing crapped out on me. And so I wasn't going cross country, and that was a vehicle I loved to work on. It's, you know, up until the day I sold that thing.
I was just going to say that I don't know about there, but here, an International Scout is a unicorn. I mean, to find a Scout is, people want Scouts very bad in these mountainous regions.
Yeah, I love that. I love that vehicle. I love that vehicle.
One of the absolute best vehicles that I had ever owned. Had it for damn near 9 years. So, and I ended up I ended up getting rid of it because I was getting transferred over to Okinawa, Japan, and I had 90 days of leave that I had to burn up before I went. And I was like, well, you know, Scout broke down on me. It had multiple things wrong with it, and I didn't have the money for it. And my buddy said, you know, he says, I was watching you dance at the club, and I was like, I'm like looking at him like, you were watching me, huh? He's like, you know, have you ever thought about doing any stripping? And I was like, no. He says, dude, he says, you'd be good. You'd be good. And ladies pay a lot of money. And yeah, so for 90 days, I was a slut and bought my first motorcycle.
Anybody, one thing I've always wanted, if anybody knows where a 68 to a 72 Chevy Blazer, that's my ultimate off-road vehicle, if I could find one. Not to change the subject, sorry about that. I was just thinking about vehicles.
Very good topic. Very good subject.
That's just a rabbit hole that I'll avoid.
No, I was just sitting here laughing inside my head. You know, I'm like laughing at myself. What a dumbass you were back then. You could have got paid twice as much. It was oh.
The old Broncos, I tell you what, those new Broncos aren't too bad. For true off-road, but I do rock crawling and a lot of trailing in the mountains. There's a lot of granite that you hit with the new vehicles. Do not do well on trails. They just don't. You need full axles. You need, you need the old.
I had no idea that you two were such sluts.
I keep trying to change the subject. Huckleberry's gonna go off. Give her time.
So I actually have a photograph of my old Bronco. Where the hell did I put that?
How did you get an old Bronco and an old Scout? I mean, like, are you like allocating? You're getting all of the cool cars. Some of us get none of the cool cars.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Well, just watch that shit.
Yeah, it was.
And the Scouts, I mean, even if it's a Scout 2, the Scouts are just, there's one that sets away from me, and I'm one of the first in mind if he does decide to sell it, and it's just a few houses down. and that thing, if the word gets out, the bidding will go up, and so I'm keeping a lid on that. It might be being sold here pretty soon.
I should stop doing that. Oh, it's flickering. Dang it. Hang on. I got to do it again. It does that sometimes when I pull up the picture. There it goes. Now it's clear.
All right,
Is that you?
85,
86.
86.
Yeah.
My
Original Bronco
80 Bauer edition.
with the
my sister.
the back
With the
comes
leather
off of
seats
that.
and it had the leather seats and all that shit. It was
Nice.
Yeah.
My sister's trailing vehicle was an 84, and she had 44s on that thing, a big old lift and 44s on it. She could go way more places than I could in my old Blazer with 35s.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, had lots of fun in that thing. Lots of fun. I have to say, probably one of the best, absolute best vehicles I've ever had. It was dependable as all get out, even in the worst weather, even in the absolute worst weather. It was always dependable. I think the only thing I ever had to change on that thing, I had to change the little motor for the rear window, and change that window because somebody slammed the tailgate too hard, and it shattered the window. And then I had to put an alternator on it, which is basically right up underneath that front tire of the vehicle right there. You just pull down this little plate, and the alternator's right there. Change it, boom. Went on 15 minutes. You're friggin' right back on the road, and that was it. That was the only thing I ever had to do to it.
I had a guy.
Nightingale. Good
Good
night,
night,
Nightingale.
Take care. I had a guy just about a month ago. He needed a door put in and a couple windows replaced, and he really didn't have the money. So I ended up with the 1978 Subaru Brat. I got to decide what.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember those.
Those things are actually pretty badass, from what I know. If it runs, it's supposedly those things run forever.
Yeah,
it runs. Yeah, it's. I think it needs a little carburetor work. It apparently set a long time, so it spits a lot. But it runs. Got a little 4-speed in it.
I always wanted to get an
El
Camino and put seats in it like they had in the Brat.
They had, those had like those plastic reversed seats in the back.
Yep.
With the little hand grips on them. Hand grips.
And this one has that, but it has a camper shell on it.
Oh shit!
I never seen a camper shell on.
Yeah, I never seen one on.
It's weird. It's kind of it goes with the cab for a couple feet, and then it jumps way up, and then goes back at an angle, and the tailgate is off, and it's got a big glass door thing that opens up, and then it's got the seats back there.
Oh, right on.
But yeah, I do a lot of trade stuff, and that's what worries me about these.
That'd be a good project for a niece or a nephew or something like that.
I think so. I got a nephew that's about 19 that wants to get into trailing, and I figured it'd be a good starting point for him.
That's true. Those things are 4-wheel drive.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
Yes,
and it's crazy. It's a front wheel drive, and it's got a little lever that when you pull on it, it engages the rear wheels to make it 4-wheel drive. But when you're running down the road in 2-wheel drive, it's actually a front wheel drive pickup. Pretty wild. And that the transaxle axle is also a transfer case. It's kind of a neat setup. I'll have to take pictures of it sometime.
Yeah, that was
That'll
the only
be
thing
a
I didn't like
wonderful
about my
rat
Bronco.
ride.
You had to get out and lock the hubs if you put it in the 4-wheel drive.
Big old fat
yep.
tires on that and some clearance, and dude, you're laughing. You could go anywhere.
Well, that's what I
Make
was
that a
thinking, man.
sand rail. You could make that a trail guy. You could a forest. Everything.
If you even put like 30s or 31s on it, it'd make that thing look like a little mini monster truck because it's got tiny tires on it.
I remember down in Louisiana.
Hey, Florida.
Being down in Westwego, Louisiana. It's on the west bank of New Orleans. During what was it, Hurricane Bob, I think it was that hit, and it was it was in the 90s, beginning of the 90s sometime, and I remember freaking driving out of the fucking Popeyes there, heading towards the apartment complex that I was currently living at. And I saw this freaking car on the other side of the road, and it was up on these cross pieces, like extender, like an accordion cross piece, kind of like the accordion that you got for a gate, the old kitchen gates, it was like an accordion that stretched out,
Right.
It looked like that, only the other way. And this guy was freaking, his car was all the way up. He was high. He was definitely higher than what my Bronco was in the air. But it was like, and his drive shaft, went up, was in that angle, in order to run that, rear, the rear tires and shit. But I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then, no sooner did I get back to the apartment complex, and somebody said, we got a hurricane coming in. It'll be in the next 48 hours. And all that shit. And I was like, I was trying to explain to these guys about that fucking car. And it was like, it was like 3 days after the hurricane hit, the streets were still flooded and everything else. And we're out there, in a little fucking catfish boat. And these fucking guys, they saw that fucking guy driving through the fucking water, driving through, no fucking problem at all. And his car is way up here and shit. I was like, what the fuck? That was before I knew what monster trucks were.
Nice. Hey guys, if it's okay with you, I might go about 10 more minutes and then I might have to crash. So
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
I'll be lucky to make it that long.
Go get my tanks.
To be honest with you, my eyes are like two little slits in the snow.
I'm actually, my eyes are closed. I'm, like we talked about, I'm like sitting here in the dark, so I don't get that eye strain going, which my eyesight is still 20/20 plus. But they said that, like, if I'm reading books, when I get the blurry eyes and stuff like that, and when I'm looking on the screen, it's the same type of glasses, and they're like a blue lens, and apparently they're specifically for the whiteness of the page and the light that comes off of the screen.
Yeah, that's what I have right here.
Nice.
So
Do they work pretty good?
They work really good.
The optometrists seem to swear by them.
Yep.
Hey, Canoes, I might be interested in your desktop power supply. Hit me. I can't link to that because I'm on as admin right now. So if I hit that, it does a show instead of. So I can't do that. But one for electrolysis experiment, pretty much brand new inbox. What is it? A DC power supply? Because I'm in the market for a DC power supply. I got a brand new bench I got to do that with. Anyway.
All right,
Yes.
guys, I'm going to boogie out. I'm going to go get my fuel tanks filled up. so I ain't got to worry for the next 5-6 days about doing it again. It's cool enough. Finally, temperature dropped enough to do it. So,
Yep. Cool.
you guys have a great night.
Roger that,
Good night,
sir. You
people.
also.
Any other place. Nice to meet you. Talk to you later.
Later, sir.
Take care. Yeah, I'm really hoping this guy sold the Scout to me. Like I say, I'm
Canoes in the moon. Mr.
There.
Canoes in the moon. Moon canoes.
Hey, Canoe.
What's up?
What's up? All right,
It's
I'll throw
another
the link in the
lovely
private
day.
chat.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Gives you full
Mr.
description.
Exploder.
Yeah,
Ah,
he's trying to come in. He's having some connection issues. Canoes, you're here live, right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right on. I went to I don't know if you heard what I was telling everybody. I went to the optometrist today and had an eye test, and they dilated my eyes. And this afternoon, they're starting to get back to normal, but I still can't see shit. So starting up the stream, I was able to do, and then I was able to read the chat for a little bit, but now it's just a blur.
hey, Canoes, what do you want for that?
Excuse me. I got a frog in my throat tonight.
Give me your price, baby. I'm a sharpen that pencil now. Because I'm in a deal making mood.
I'll sell it to you for $80.
I need one. I need one bigger.
Yeah, I kind of figured it. This is a small one.
Let me think
and that
about
would
it.
include the shipping.
The shipping's going to be probably about $10 for that.
Think about it. Let me know.
Roger that, sir. I surely will. It's a good looking power supply, though. 30 volts, DC, 10 amps. I'm doing like 50 volt DC, 20 amp stuff now, 30 amp stuff now. I really am in the need for a DC power supply, though. Mr. Exploder. It's the Flow Rider Exploder.
There in Florida.
Let me turn you down here. That'll be my sound. All right.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yep.
Can you hear me now? Okay, good. We got you.
I feel bad though because I was getting ready to shut it down because I got a crash.
He always does that.
Yeah,
He
I
always
just popped
comes in
in
late.
for a couple minutes. I'm not staying. I got
Okay.
shit.
Yeah. We can talk for a few minutes. I mean, the 10-minute
Right.
thing, you can still do the 10-minute thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Florida, I don't think is going to get too offended, but
I could do
on
an extra
water.
10.
Another phone rip with y'all, man.
Florida and I had a fun conversation about some of the old cars we had, some of the old hot rods we had last night. That was a cool conversation.
Did you check out my truck, man?
I did.
It's
You're getting a long ways up.
Badass, dude. I took the extra time to keep every speck of dust out of it. Actually,
Nice.
I'd never.
I wish I was
Well,
that far on my Camino.
Well, I mean, working like this, you kind of have to really be careful, keep everything covered.
Right.
I
Do you
measured
have
everything.
an El Camino? Same?
Yes, sir. Got a 74 SS.
No shit. How long
Actually,
did you have that?
my grandpa bought it new, My dad inherited after my grandpa died, and then I inherited it out from my dad when he died.
I'm a Ford guy now. I'm sorry.
And I got a couple nephews that want it, so it'll probably go to one of them, and they'll be the fourth generation to own it. And I told them that's one of the stipulations. It's like, you guys can't sell it, so it's got to go to one of your kids.
I knew a guy in high school in Ohio that had an El Camino. Just saying. You ain't never lived in Ohio, have you?
Nope.
Okay.
This one's cool. It was the first year after, it was during the fuel crisis, and the Chevy went from the big blocks, and this was the 400 SS, and it's a 74, a 400 small block, a 400 transmission, a 410 rear end gear. It's kind of neat with all the fours.
That's cool. 410. Man, I wish I had a 410. Let's see if I can get y'all. Hello.
Got your
Ooh,
wax.
showing off his boogers.
Some sugar. Sugar. I'm afraid to move my other hand to try to focus it because it's barely sitting on there.
Hey, Mr. Exploder, is that your squish product, or did you buy that?
No, sir. No, sir. No. I haven't squished nothing in 8 months or 7 months.
Really?
I've had to. I've been getting excellent.
Well, I mean, if you can get quality from local, then why not? No, you don't have to carry the capital expenditures of, that's $500,000 worth of gear you got to have to squish it right.
Actually, it's coming from Oregon.
Coming from what?
Yeah,
Work?
Oregon. Yeah, all the
Oregon. Ah, yeah, they got the shit in Oregon, that's for sure. Hawks in Oregon, you know that. He's
is good too. At first
Oregon's.
I thought that was
Oregon's
just like
been growing
a
good
cover
weed for a
story.
long time. There's a couple states that grow really good weed. Oregon, Washington's one of them. Michigan's one of them.
In Northern California, it's all outdoor now,
Northern California, oh my God, the Humboldt Triangle. Yes, sir.
and the roots can touch the ground, and the leaves can touch the sun. It's amazing to me. There's one guy that does it real good. You can tell when somebody takes care about their plants or whatever
There
it
are
is.
quite a few really good weed growing established places in the United States.
Yes, I think we got the best cannabis global.
I tend to agree with you. I think we have the best. We grow the best weed in the world, bar none.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And
And those
don't look
Canadians
like-
can just suck it.
yeah. Yep. I mean,
They don't know a damn thing about growing weed. Sorry.
I've never grown a single plant.
I've grown weed, and I'm a noob. I'm a fucking, I'm new at it. I've been doing it for 10 years, and I'm still new at it. I learned from some of the OGs on YouTube, and
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of weed growers on YouTube. Oh my God.
Yep.
People that know what the fuck they're doing.
Yes. You got that right.
Don just went full Valley Girl with his "oh my God" there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
When my buddy told me, he's like, "Yeah, this." He kept saying Oregon. I'm like, "Come on, man! I thought that was a bullshit story." He goes, he got offended. He's like, "No, I said, really? I just, all this time, I just thought I was not coming from there. That's-
Hey, Florida. And I hope I'm not being offended by asking, but or being offensive by asking, but did you get a new set of choppers, a new set of teeth?
I'm, I'm only wearing my top ones recently. So,
They look good.
well, it's only
Look
half
good.
of them. It's only half.
Okay, well, I mean that half looks good.
Thank
Just
you.
say it.
I've been wondering. It's been about 2 weeks now. I've been just wearing the top ones. Cool, man.
Looking good, brother.
They are freaking shiny, man. Look at this shit. That glow.
I wish mine were that shiny.
That's
Man,
cool.
you can buy them like that, buddy.
Mine got 60 years worth of coffee and nicotine and cannabis and various and sundry
Eating mushrooms.
alcohols, and don't even get me started on the stuff that I actually ate.
I've only eaten mushrooms for these.
My top ones have been mostly fake for years now. I got them all knocked out on the rigs on the top. Bottom ones are all mine, but the top ones are nearly all fake.
But they're not shiny like Florida's.
No,
Hey,
no, his
I don't
are
mind
his are
admitting,
shiny.
man. I tell everybody.
No, my point is saying we never see your face. You never show us.
Right.
It's I tell you, it's too fugly, man. I'll break your cameras or your screens.
Let me turn on a couple more lights, man. You'll be thinking, how Alfred Hitchcock.
No, you're good, sir. You're good. We're good. We're good. I can see
I
him from
go
back
by
here.
hearing. When we do this, I listen. I don't look.
I just want to say you look good.
Appreciate that, man. I was wondering because I'm only wearing half of them now. I'm just gonna try it just to see because it's hard to hold.
Something like
your-
that, I would have to get comfortable with. It would take me a while probably to get comfortable with.
I didn't have teeth for 3 years, man.
Find a groove.
I didn't have teeth for 3 years, man.
I like steak too much. I can't fathom, not having teeth to tear in,
I
charred
can eat all
carcass.
that, man, except
Really?
pot roast.
Okay. Because that would be the thing for me. That would be the guiding light. If I could still get the meat, I'm good. I don't
Yeah.
need the teeth if I can still eat the meat.
Between surgeries sucks.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
you're-
yeah, man.
everything you're eating is through a straw. And it's man, mouth pain, especially if they have to like rebuild the jawbone and stuff. That pain is unbelievable.
I've been cut, shot, cut again, shot again, thrown off a ship, thrown off a helicopter, and still, I mean, nothing.
Got to be
None of
strong.
that compares to mouth pain. You're right.
I agree.
I'm a fucking child when it comes to mouth pain.
Oh, it locks you up. I mean, it's just direct on the nerves and you just like seize up.
Yep. Again, I can take, you can shoot me, cut me, break me. Been there, done that. But mouth pain, dude, that's fucked up.
I love these potatoes.
I've had some women tell me that tooth pain was worse than labor, but I've also had some women that told me labor was way worse. So I don't know.
All right, listen. Women like to tell you how bad labor is, but these are normally women that have not been gut shot or shot in the leg. Okay. So, I mean, if you've been gut shot, if you ever been gut shot, you know a level of pain that, trust me, I don't care how much you're stretching your vagina, is not going to get with that gut shot pain. Just saying. Unless you're a woman that has had a child and gut shot and can tell me one is better than the other or worse than the other, then I'm just not buying the comparisons. I'm sorry.
Hey, Don T, check this out, man. Speaking of getting shot, I got shot in the butt cheeks, man, and it blew half of them off.
Oh.
Now when I fart, it goes like this.
He's funny. What do you got, brother?
That's the you
What
know how
what
when
are
you
you painting these days? What are you
oh
painting?
this is
these
just
days?
a piece of what am I painting?
Yeah, I'm asking. What are you painting these days? Are you painting these days?
Oh fuck yeah, man.
Are you painting anything recently?
Yes. Working on.
Show me something cool. I ain't got to take too much of your time, but oh shit, what is that? Monkey
Brought to you
pox,
by
donkey
Pfizer.
dicks.
Yeah, monkey pox.
Dude, I
Now
like that.
with
Okay.
donkey dicks.
Now with donkey dicks.
Just you wait. I'm gonna finish it. Kind of do a little bit more detail in those donkey dicks flinging
like
around there.
I like it.
This and let's see. I had some. Oh yeah. Hold on. This is the last thing.
I just saw a headline on Gateway Pundit where a dog in France tested positive for monkeypox, and the dog is owned by 2 gay males.
Oh my God. What are they doing
Yeah.
to that dog?
And let me
Yeah,
guess.
Somebody ought to say
Dog
something.
can't fart no more.
Stop
Call the
fucking the
fucking
monkeys.
somebody. Call
Stop fucking the
somebody.
monkeys and stop fucking their dogs.
Yeah,
Jesus
dude. Best thing you can do is
Christ.
to shoot the dog.
Don't. I'm poor dog.
This is a guy
What is that?
does.
Samus? What is
Yeah, it's
that?
a channel. It's a channel name,
Oh,
and he'll do
okay.
like drumming. He made a fart pedal, like a effects pedal.
Okay.
But he does like drums, like live drumming, heavy metal and shit. You guys want to hear something kind of weird, man? I know somebody that lives about 25 miles out of town, and I went out there, and this younger looking guy, he couldn't give me a straight answer, man, of where this guy was. And he started to say he moved with some other dude, right? But I know the other guy. He can't move nowhere. He just had a stroke. I'm wondering if I should file a missing person report. You guys didn't hear none of that, did you?
Well, I got some of it. And if you think the guy is actually somebody that's missing, then yes.
I haven't seen him in years.
You know what? You can at least ask the question.
Yeah, because the kid couldn't give me a straight answer.
If you care about the person, then yeah, ask the question. Where'd he go? What's up? That's all you can do.
Yeah, and I gave him my number to give to him, and of course, my shit ain't made a sound. Oh, there it is. This one. But he ain't gonna leave all this shit in that shed and just move to Tampa an hour and a half away. No.
All right, Mr. Canoes. I assume that's you.
Yep. Yeah,
Have
I
a
gotta
good
go
one,
make
sir.
something to eat and do some chores.
I think we're
Take care,
just a
man.
few more minutes into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Crap.
Shoot.
Peace out.
Take care,
Later,
man.
dudes.
Later, sir.
I'm still working
Good
on
call,
his.
Sing.
Yeah. I think I might shut her down. Sorry, guys. I got to crash. Got to get up for those fun doctor's appointments tomorrow. My day's off. That's my day's off. I got to go to the doctor. It's the only days off I take anymore. But right on, everybody in chat, and thank you guys for coming up, and we'll chat with y'all later.
Thank you, sir.
See
See you
y'all.
soon.
Take care, you guys.
Later.